So it was the first time in my life when I had in my pocket a few $1,000s to buy basic baskets for probably more than 150 families, and I couldn't bought even a bottle of water.
The following interview was recorded at block height 810,287 when the Bitcoin price was just $34,000 in Lima, Peru. The interview was part of my research into the many Bitcoin circular economies that are scattered across the country of Peru. I was lucky enough to visit 7 of those circular economies, and you can check out the stories, those videos, on my channel. I'm sharing this interview today to preserve it for posterity and to highlight the amazing work that Vali and his team have been doing and continue to do to empower communities across Peru through Motive, which is the company he founded, as well as through Bitcoin. Thank you so much, and I hope you like it. What's your name? Where do you come from?
So my name is Valentin Popescu, and I'm coming from Romania, east of Europe.
And how long have you been in Peru?
So in Peru, I have 16 years, and totally in South America, 23 years.
Why are you in Peru?
In 2000, from 2007, I was working in Argentina, and there I met my wife, and she's from Peru. And well, God life brought us here to serve communities, to be useful, and do social work.
So does God guide you in life?
Yes. Everyone needs Waze, Google Map every day. Our Google Map in the life, it's God.
Which do you prefer, Peru or Argentina?
Well, I think are two so different countries. Argentina is more European style. Peru is more South America. But I can say both you have different challenges. And Peru has, the culture is more rich to discover. And I think it takes a life to understand the Peruvian in the whole whole picture.
How would you evaluate the financial landscape in Peru?
From the beginning, when I came to Peru first time in 2001, I was so surprised to see how far away they are from bank system, from using digital gadgets, stuff like that. And even when I came here in 2007, 6 November, I realized that the news was saying 75% from the economy in Peru is like underground. It's not officially. So there are so many millions of people that don't have any bank account. And most of them, and a lot of them also, even they don't have a DNI or ID. So it's kind of a everyday looking for the money for daily surviving. And I realized that what I found in Lima, it's not Peru. People talk about Peru thinking I've been in Lima, I know Peru. It's so different, the reality in Lima, which you have more opportunities than the people that are in the jungle or in the highest mountains. So yeah, I really find a broken country where they need a lot of bridges, connections, network, technology, education.
Why are there so many money exchangers on the street who swap Peruvian soles to dollars or to other currencies? Like, why is that a thing in Peru?
Well, here people talks about, when you talk about dollars, it's because you have maybe you sell something like land or cars. The prices are in dollars. So there are a few things in Peru that are not in soles. When you think about lands, cars, and a few other objects. So the people try to refuge in dollars. And also there are a lot of Peruvians that lives outside Europe or United States, especially in the United States, that are sending dollars. So people are exchanges. And we have here just one exchange currency, not like other countries that have different, like official exchange and underground. No, it's pretty the same.
When did you first learn about Bitcoin?
When I hear first about Bitcoin was in 2011, when someone told me that, asked me if I want to invest in Bitcoin or something like that. And I was like, I don't know what's that. That technology sounds like, I don't know, like a bet or something like that. I didn't know what it is. And second time was, unfortunately, during this time in Peru, I was hearing a lot of scams or those companies that were coming and saying that they invest in Bitcoin. So give them some money, and next week they will give you 10,000, 100 times more or 10 times more. So I thought that Bitcoin is just something that you have access through a company or someone who knows technology, but not directly. Then I hear about exchanges, but I wasn't sure. And in 2020, September was the first time when I downloaded a wallet and I received a donation to buy basic baskets in the middle of pandemia for Peruvians families.
If you could sum up the perception of your average Peruvian with regards to Bitcoin, what would it be? Do they think it's a scam, something good? Are they even aware of Bitcoin?
One of the problems here is they don't research by themselves. If they embraced a technology or something, it's because the neighbor or family or friend it's using. So, oh, I'm using. So they need kind of a work of proof, no? So it's very interesting that they kind of trust easily when someone around from them family are coming and say, oh, I hear about Bitcoin will make me rich or will bring me more money. But actually they don't understand the idea of decentralized and you are the owner of your own money and really the value. I mean, the value of Bitcoin is something that is very easy to check. Okay, how much cost a dollar? It's 3 soles point 80. And how much cost a Bitcoin? It's 100,000 soles. And when I gave them this example, it's like, no way, this is not true. They actually tried to take another phone thinking that my Google it's a scam or something. They really don't search by themselves. And I think this is one of the best. And I repeat, all of this is because no education.
You received the first Bitcoin donation to Motive in 2020, but at what point did you personally change your mind about Bitcoin? Was there a moment or was it a progression that turned you into a Bitcoiner?
Thank you for the question, Joe. Honestly, I think I didn't sit to think myself at that time. The thing is, imagine a country that was really, really shut down, people that was looking for daily food, not surviving from them savings, because welcome to South America. South America don't save money. I repeat, they don't save, they don't have this culture. So when the pandemic came, everyone was locked with what they have that day home. So when I received 6 months after the country was blocked, the Bitcoin, I thought, okay, I will find a lot of places where I can buy. I was in Google and I found in a city like Lima, 11 million person had just one store that they was saying that they was accepting crypto, of course, Bitcoin. And I went there. I was alone on the street because being a director of NGO, I had the papers to walk through all the filters. And I get there and the guy says, I'm sorry, I have whiskey, vodka, some hot dogs, maybe some things, but I don't have for a basic baskets. For a basic party, he said. And I said, it's not a problem. Call your provider and he'll bring rice, food, oil. And the provider says, no, I don't want to bring to you that. So it was the first time in my life when I had in my pocket a few $1,000s to buy basic baskets for probably more than 150 families. And I couldn't bought even a bottle of water. I was so frustrated. And I went home and I sit and I tell to my wife, that's it, this is it, it's no chance, I quit. I mean, I don't know what to do. I would send money back. And thank God my wife said to me, put your butt in work and find a solution, because we are here with a purpose and not to sit and watch news how people are dying. So I'm looking for, okay, if there is not a place that accepts Bitcoin, what should I do? Educate. Why people don't accept Bitcoin in a store? Because no one went there and orange pill talk about it. So I start from zero. And I remember was a lady, old lady from San Juan del Urigancho, very dangerous place, that was accepting. And then the second one, the third one, fourth one, and thank God we was able to use the Bitcoin. very slow progression. And I was very surprised that at that time when I received the first, I remember the value of the Bitcoin was like something like $8,500, something like that. And the next month, when we received the second, I was surprised. I didn't know that I will receive the second donation, was like 1,200. And I was like, what's going on here? I mean, like, I was looking for the timeline and I said, it's going up. And the next month was like 15, 20. People asking me, what's going on, And I was so shocked. I thought that, we're in a pandemic, something is going on. But more than the price, I realized the tremendous tool that Bitcoin is. So easy to get access, but people look at me like, wow, it's so difficult. I start to talk with people that really have access of education. I mean, people that study in the United States, went to Boston, Harvard, and they said, I don't understand Bitcoin. And I said, but okay, when was the last time you transact? When was I don't know, I have to go to what? To be a millionaire, I have to go to the bank, what to do. So I start to write something that can help me how to teach people to use Bitcoin. And I realized that first I have to teach them that, first of all, I have to tell them what Bitcoin it's not. It's not a scam. It's not a hacker. It's not a virus. It's not a app that someone controls. Um, and to take all the myth from the head.
Would you consider yourself a Bitcoin maxi?
I'm considered, I like to be I love in my life to think that I have a balance between technology and the people. I love technology. I like technology, especially in this country, because people that are so far away in remote places can connect with Lima. Lima was kind of an island, and the others need bridges to connect with Lima. And I said, technology can connect people. Now, I like Bitcoin, but I don't worship Bitcoin. The technology came to stay, came to improve, but came to change lives. We, as Motive, me as a person, I'm working with lives. And my joy is when the people approach, take advantage or approach all the options they have through technology to improve themselves professionally and grow in many ways in their lives.
Do you wish you could have used Bitcoin sooner on the Motive project? And if so, why?
Well, I'm happy that that person told me I'm not receiving Bitcoin, because if I was surrounded from the beginning through of people that was, yeah, accept, it'll be like, okay, my task is just to receive Bitcoin and gave opportunity, to the families, and that's it. But because I found that refuse answer, something started in my mind, in my heart, to be involved personally and do my research and do my method way to teach. Unfortunately, I didn't have a copy paste model, I can say, accepting what's going on in El Salvador. That's why I went there. I had the chance and privilege to travel to El Salvador to find people that are using and inspire myself. I cannot say that I did copy paste, because Peru it's so different in El Salvador, but in some ways I needed someone who from where I can inspire. So
What happens if Bitcoin funding dries up?
welcome to the life of NGOs. Um, the beginning and the end. I can say that this is the end of the beginning. If I can put a title, I was thinking last night about if the funding stopped today, this is the end of the beginning. And I know that every closed door, it's kind of a challenge for us to go forward. The thing is, Motive is more than projects. It's people behind that. It's leadership. Between the programs and you saw people that accept Bitcoin, everything, are leaders that are serving. They will see Bitcoin something that gave them freedom from a system that forget them. So it's technology and leadership. In this country, you don't have leadership today. You have 6 presidents, that are on the jail. The last 6 presidents are on the jail. So the example of the leadership, it's very, very bad. And the society, the technology, forget about most of remote places from Peru. So we are looking for more than our help to give opportunities who those don't have the opportunities to educate and equip themselves. So I think I'm not a maximal, I cannot say I'm extremist in Bitcoin, but I can say that people around me, even my family that was saying that what Bitcoin is, what business are you, now they start to see that it's not like that. So I think our example, it's very, very important.
Do you know the 15 Bitcoin circular economies that Motive runs off by heart? Are you able to list them?
So, como Motive, so as Motive, we didn't pick up just one place. One of the thing is Peru is so big, so we realized that we didn't know that this will take 2 years. We thought that would be a project of 6 months or 1 year, and I said we need to let something behind, not just the project, the pictures, the people that was helping and educate and equip, but like a manual. If someone came from other country or something like that, okay, guys, you was experiment a circular economy in Peru where? Okay, Lima, it's a desert, it's coast. So we have comprehensive centers there from Ancon. Ancon is north of Peru. North of Lima, sorry, it's north of Lima, Ancon. It's the last. It's the coast and the desert. So we start from literally from the first house in north of Lima, and we start there 3 places, 3 comprehensive centers. Why comprehensive centers? I think that Bitcoin can go forward in the life of a person, not just to buy one candy or one Coke. Bitcoin have to be in the life of the person every day, because you don't buy candies every day. You have to educate. You go to the doctor. You're looking for to improve yourself. So we try to teach people that Bitcoin can be used in all the areas. That's why comprehensive way, not just I teach you to use for a store. And then it's Santa Rosa. And then it's Caraballo. And all of these districts in Lima, more than 40 districts Lima has, you have different realities. People that are coming from inside of the country to Lima, looking for a better life, but unfortunately they get stalked. So we try to open this comprehensive center to give them education for the kids, nutrition, entrepreneurship programs, English, sports, and much more other stuff using Bitcoin. So we have Ancon, Santa Rosa, Caraballo, Comas, and then we went to east-south, which is Banchay and Quebrada Verde. Why Quebrada Verde? In south, the good thing is the land is it's more fertile. It's the soil is fertile and the land is wealthy to raise plants. So we try to be an example for other places that really had a good landscape for agriculture. And then the challenge, of course, it's about jungle. Peru has a large percentage of jungle. So people are very open, but we learned that it's not like in the coast, in Lima. And then we went to the mountains in Cusco. And we start not in a Cusco city, not when the tourists are. We start a very remote place, 2.5 hours away from Lima, from Cusco, in 2 little villages, Owai and Huayapata. And we tried to really escape from Spanish, from even phones signal, and do it from zero, scratch it from zero, actually below zero. Zero absolute is minus 275, I think. So it's interesting, you guys went there in Hawaii and was Huayapata, and was 20 ladies. We start with, from those 20 ladies, just 5 of them had phones, which from those 5, just 2 had smartphones.
Can you name all of the Bitcoin circular economies off by heart?
So Santa Rosa, Ancon, Caraballo, Comas, Manchay, Quebrada Verde, Iquitos, Tarapoto, Cusco, Owai, Guayapata.
How do people cash out from Bitcoin to soles before the economy becomes truly circular? How do they manage without means to cash out?
Okay, the thing is, in Ancon, like I said, there are two spots, was 3 in 1, and in Iquitos, you have 3. But the thing is, I can tell you that we spread seeds. We had few places that we had to close and open others because it didn't work. We didn't have from the beginning manual. So if you are looking for in a timeline, we start the comprehensive center in September 2021. So literally we have 2 years working with the comprehensive center, looking to find the circular economy.
Where was the easiest place to start a Bitcoin circular economy?
The easiest place is when the leader finds the right way to work. If you say jungle will be the most easiest, people are happy, they want Bitcoin every day, but they don't know why. They are so emotional, they don't understand. Can be very difficult. Cusco, yes, it's a challenging, but in the same time, it seems like in the jungle you are walking in circles because they are so emotional. I want Bitcoin, yeah, pictures. And tomorrow, if you ask them, you have to start again. It's like Alzheimer. Every 15 minutes you have to come on. In the mountain, it takes time, but when they get it, they will tell you everything. So you'll be like, okay, Lima, it's more easy because people have access to education. I can say, no, it's not easy because here it's a lot of corruption and a lot of bad examples. So the most easiest part is when you find the person that never used Bitcoin before and experiment for 1.5 months at least, and they will be like, I got it.
The thing about Blink being the one app you use, doesn't that feel like a risk? Does that keep you up at night sometimes and worry you?
We use one tool. It's Blink, Bitcoin Beach Wallet. So the Blink that we have today is not the same Blink it was like 6 months ago. But even so, the people, the users, doesn't have any access to cash out. Now, the stores, of course, will ask me, hey, I wanna cash out to pay light or to pay something that I cannot pay in Bitcoin. So what we are trying to do is looking for peer-to-peer, people to have a network of Peruvians that really want to buy Bitcoin for themselves. And there are few. So I said, okay, I put you in contact. And I'm not teaching, honestly, I don't have Binance or Coinbase or to cash. I never cash out through an exchange. I never. Honestly, I was scared from the beginning to have any apps in my phone. I don't have even games or something like that in the phone. So I'm looking for peer-to-peer. Of course, there are people that are saying that they know other apps that do that. So fine from them. But the users, the person from the program in a comprehensive centers, we don't teach them. They don't have any ATM or like in other countries. I don't want to say that country or particular country, but they don't have. So if we don't teach, they don't cash out.
What does Motive spend on managing and maintaining these 15 economies?
We had so many bad experience in the beginning. When we start, I didn't start with Blink. We later, unfortunately, and we lost so much in fees. The fees was so high in the beginning. Teaching one person was costing a lot. Today it's so easy using Lightning. So I can say that we was going in a desert until we found Blink, and I can say that it's a wallet that gives me a lot of trust. We are in connection with with the members on the board or those technical guys who help us, and we are so happy that they finally accept to put soles and other currencies inside, because most of the people outside of Lima, especially in the highest of the mountains in Cusco, they never went to school. They don't know how to read, how to write. So imagine if someone was coming to a store and want to buy a water with one sol, they have to do math. How much cost the dollar that they, because the wallet had just dollars. So we struggle a lot. In the beginning, someone had to do the math. Imagine every day.
What's your monthly expense on maintaining these 15 economies?
We receive around Bitcoin and almost a half, 1.4, something like that, per month. And we do, of course, besides the programs, we try to do some events like the life-saving steps, which is giving the shoes for the children, and then improves the, how do you say, improve the infrastructure of the comprehensive centers, buying some technology that needed, for the classes, laptops or cell phones, things like this. But that's around Bitcoin and 45, something like that.
How much do you need every month to survive in Peru?
In Peru, it's that type of amount, yeah. Victor told me that we spend at least 9 Bitcoins monthly.
Do you receive fiat donations too?
No, for now it's only Bitcoin.
What is one message you'd pass on or share with others to help start or improve a circular economy?
The secret to start a project is to have the right person that have a right heart to outreach the community. People, first of all, they can see your gadgets, your apps, your technology, but they will be very impact in them life, in them soul, when they see that you serve. And then you have to be very transparent and don't promise more than you'll do. That is one of the key things in Latin America. Never promise more than you can do. And then let Bitcoin be Bitcoin in the community. Don't put more sugar. Don't push more Bitcoin. Bitcoin don't need to be more push. Let Bitcoin act by themselves. At some point, when they will see that you are a good steward and your focus is on the people and not just in a gadget, and try to educate as much as possible and equip them. It's great to have an event, like a sports event, talking about Bitcoin. Let them to transact once, but that's not all. Let them to transact in every single part of them daily life. It's not when they go to the store. I remember a lady said, I want to work and I want to send Bitcoin to my dad. Is that possible? Bro, I wanted to cry at that moment. It wasn't the moment to cry, of course, in the front of the people. I was like, finally, someone was thinking in his family, not in themselves. And I think this is not because you teach them, okay, so they will have a workshop, how to love your neighbor. No, this is, they saw the benefit using Bitcoin and they want to share it in a very far away in remote place. So yeah, transmit life.
What is the legacy you're leaving behind here in Peru?
Thank you for the question. Before the manual, that I really we wanna let our experience to be in a magazine or a book or a paper or whatever dashboard. When we traveled this last time in Hawaii, I was as a leader wondering if this will stop, what was going on tomorrow, how can I help that people, and I really was kind of not disappointed by myself, why I have these things in my mind now, being with the people. And I remember one of the ladies says, come on, I want to tell you the story and I want to make you a gift. And she gave me a small bag and she said, this bag, I made it. This is my first bag made it. And she started to say, I was so scared in the beginning because I never was working in a sewing machine, never. And I was so scared that the needle will hit my finger But I tried and I failed. I tried and I failed. I tried and I failed. I tried and I failed, and I succeed. And she looked at me and, you came here in a remote place, and I'm pretty sure you thought that these people would not understand Bitcoin. I had the same problems in sewing machine. So I encourage you to go forward. Bro, you don't find people to tell you like this. So the last place where I was thinking that I'll be encouraged, it's that place, because you go there and you want to help. You go there to give, not to receive. So I was so surprised, and she gave me a hug, and she said, this is my first fruit, go forward. So the legacy is when you hear people that they go through all the obstacles and they don't have nothing. And secondly, they said that they will take a percentage from what they sell to help orphans. We didn't teach that them. First of all, you have to teach them how to entrepreneur, how to be better, and how to sell things. And eventually, in a few years, you teach them, okay, you can help another community. They said, we have, from everything we have, we give a percentage for the orphans from the other community.
That was Vali Popescu in Lima. Please follow him and his work on @MotivePeru, that is motive.ngo. Personally, I would like to thank my sponsor, Plan B Network, as they are a wonderful resource to learn about Bitcoin. There's also a section on Bitcoin circular economies, so please check out Plan B Network for any Bitcoin questions you may have. I would also like to thank Coin Corner. Now, Coin Corner is a British-based Bitcoin exchange, and they've been going for 10 years, so you know they're good. I have been Joe Nakamoto, and if you hit subscribe, I will bring you some more Bitcoin content very soon. Thank you so much.